Moldova is a land where quiet charm meets deep cultural soul, creating a beauty that feels both untouched and unforgettable. Tucked between Romania and Ukraine, this small Eastern European nation often escapes the spotlight. Yet those who discover it are greeted with a landscape rich in rolling hills, endless vineyards, and villages that preserve traditions passed down through generations. Moldova's beauty is not loud or dramatic. It is gentle, warm, and profoundly welcoming, inviting visitors to slow down and feel the peaceful rhythm of the land. The countryside is one of Moldova's greatest treasures. Soft green slopes stretch toward the horizon, dotted with orchards, sunflower fields, and small farms where life remains connected to nature. The air carries the scent of wildflowers in the summer and ripe fruit in the autumn. Roads wind through quiet rural scenes where time seems to pause, allowing travelers to enjoy the tranquility that defines Moldovan life. This serene landscape is the perfect setting for Moldova's world-famous vineyards, which cover vast areas of the country like a patchwork of green and gold. Wine is at the heart of Moldova's identity. The country is home to some of the oldest wine traditions in Europe, and its underground cellars are renowned for their legendary status. Milești, Mici, and Craiova are not just wineries. They are underground cities filled with endless tunnels, lined with millions of bottles. Visitors wander through long stone corridors while learning about the craftsmanship and patience that went into creating each bottle. The atmosphere inside these cellars is almost magical, as if stepping into another world where history and flavor blend. Moldovan wine is more than a drink. It is a cultural expression of the land and the people who care for it. Beyond the vineyards, Moldova's charm unfolds in its villages. Many of these communities have preserved their traditional wooden houses, colorful facades, and intricate handmade decorations. Elderly villagers sit outside sharing stories, while children play in fields that seem untouched by modern noise. Crafts such as weaving, pottery, and embroidery are still practiced with pride, offering a glimpse into the heart of Moldovan heritage. These traditions are not staged for tourists. They are a living part of everyday life. This authenticity gives Moldova a beauty that feels honest and pure. The capital city, Chisinau, adds another dimension to the country's character. It blends Soviet-era architecture with leafy parks, modern cafes, and a relaxed urban energy. Although it is a capital, it feels welcoming and unhurried, with wide boulevards, fountains, and public gardens, where locals gather for conversation or quiet reflection. Chisinau's cultural scene is vibrant, with theaters, museums, and music venues that showcase everything from classical performances to contemporary art. The city's beauty lies in its simplicity and its blend of old and new. Moldova's history is layered and fascinating, and its historical sites add to the country's visual and cultural richness. The Orheioveci complex is one of Moldova's most breathtaking places. Set in a dramatic natural landscape of cliffs and winding rivers, it features ancient caves, monasteries carved into stone, and archaeological remains from civilizations long past. The silence in this place carries the whispers of centuries, connecting visitors to something timeless and spiritual. Standing on the cliffs, looking over the valley, one can feel the peaceful strength of Moldovan history. Another symbol of Moldova's heritage is the small but graceful monasteries and churches scattered across the countryside. Painted walls, golden domes, and quiet courtyards create an atmosphere of serenity. Many of these monasteries are still active, with monks and nuns tending gardens and preparing traditional foods. Visitors often describe a deep sense of calm while exploring these sacred spaces. Moldova's spiritual beauty is gentle, relying not on grandeur but on sincerity and devotion. Nature lovers find another aspect of Moldova's charm in its forests, lakes, and nature reserves. Kodri, the country's oldest protected forest, feels like a sanctuary filled with oak and beech trees, rare plants, and wildlife. Trails wind through thick greenery, where sunlight filters softly through the leaves. In the early morning, the forest is wrapped in mist, creating a dreamlike atmosphere. Lakes and rivers reflect the sky like mirrors, offering peaceful spots for relaxation and quiet contemplation. Moldova's hospitality is a form of beauty in itself. Travelers often speak about the warmth of the people who welcome guests with generosity and kindness. Sharing food is a deeply rooted custom, and traditional Moldovan dishes are hearty, colorful, and prepared with great care. Meals often include fresh vegetables, homemade cheeses, warm bread, and, of course, wine poured with pride. Sitting around a Moldovan table feels like sitting with family, even if you have just met the hosts. This human warmth is one of the most memorable aspects of visiting Moldova. Festivals and celebrations further highlight the vibrant spirit of the country. Traditional music and dance bring communities together, filling the air with lively rhythms and joyful movements. Dancers wear beautifully embroidered costumes that reflect Moldova's folk art, while musicians play instruments that have been part of Moldovan culture for generations. These events reveal the joyful side of Moldovan life, where people gather not just to celebrate, but to preserve the traditions that define them. Seasonal beauty also shapes Moldova's identity. Spring brings orchards bursting with blossoms, painting the landscape in white and pink. Summer fills the fields with golden wheat and towering sunflowers that turn toward the sun. Autumn transforms the hills into shades of red, orange, and amber, while vineyards come alive with harvest celebrations. Winter covers the countryside in soft snow, turning villages into peaceful scenes that look like paintings. Each season adds a new layer of beauty, ensuring that Moldova feels different and magical throughout the year. Even though Moldova is a small country, its cultural and natural richness feels expansive. Every path, every village, every hillside has a story. Its beauty is not only seen but felt in the calm atmosphere, the sincere traditions, and the connection between people and nature. Moldova invites visitors to explore slowly, breathe deeply, and appreciate the simple joys of life. It is a place where authenticity remains untouched, offering an experience that stays in the heart long after the journey ends. Moldova's beauty lies in its harmony. The land, the culture, the people, and the traditions all blend into a peaceful and captivating identity. It is a country where old meets new, where nature thrives alongside heritage, and where simplicity becomes something extraordinary. Whether wandering through vineyards, exploring ancient sites, or sharing a meal with locals, the beauty of Moldova reveals itself with sincerity and warmth. For those who seek a destination full of authenticity, calmness, and soul, Moldova stands as one of Europe's quietest yet most enchanting treasures.